Hello everyone, and how are you all? I hope you all are doing great. Okay, so today's topic is circulatory system. So have you ever noticed the pipeline connection of water in your home? Okay, so let me just elaborate something about it, right? So there is a large sized tank which is filled with water, and there are two different kinds of pipeline connection. One type of pipeline connection allows water to flow from the main source of water to the tank, and there are another type of pipeline connection which allows the water to flow from the tank to the different parts of your home, so that you can get shower, you can wash your hands, you can wash your dishes, right? Okay, so like this we also have a circulatory system inside our body. Okay, so circulatory system also has three components. First one is that heart, then blood vessels, and third is blood. Okay, so let me just discuss about the heart. So what is heart? So heart is a muscular organ which acts as a pump. So heart has four main chambers: left atrium, left ventricle; right atrium, right ventricle. Okay, so atriums are the upper chamber and ventricles are the lower chambers, right? So what happens is that oxygenated blood from the lungs comes to the left atrium. Okay, left atrium relaxes when it receives the blood. After receiving, it contracts. Then oxygenated blood is transferred from the left atrium to the left ventricle. Left ventricle also relaxes when it receives the blood. After receiving the blood, it contracts. And then left ventricle pumps the oxygenated blood to the different parts of our body through arteries, right? And deoxygenated blood from the different parts of our body comes to the right atrium. So right atrium relaxes when it receives the blood. After receiving, it contracts. Then deoxygenated blood is transferred to the right ventricle. So right ventricle also relaxes when it receives the blood, and after receiving, it also contracts. And right ventricle then pumps the deoxygenated blood to the lungs so that it can get oxygen and release it carbon dioxide. Okay, there are also valves present in heart. So the function of the valves is that they ensure the unidirection of the blood inside the heart. Okay, then I am going to talk about the blood vessels. So there are three types of blood vessels: arteries, veins, and blood capillaries. So what are arteries? Arteries are the vessels which carry oxygenated blood from the heart to the different parts of our body. When blood comes out from the heart, it has high pressure. So arteries are thick walled because they have to tolerate that high pressure. Okay, next is veins. So what are veins? Veins are the vessels which carry deoxygenated blood from the different parts of our body to the heart. Okay, though deoxygenated blood doesn't have that much pressure, so veins are thin walled. Okay, and what are blood capillaries? So after reaching an organ or tissue, arteries divides into smaller and smaller vessels which are called blood capillaries. Blood capillaries actually ensures that every cell of our body can get constant supply of oxygen and nutrients. Okay, and blood capillaries then join together to form the veins. So can you imagine that image, that first this is artery, and after that they divides into smaller vessels, that is blood capillaries, and after that blood capillaries then join together to form the veins. Okay, so next I am going to talk about the main liquid portion of the circulatory system, that is blood. So blood has two main components. First one is plasma and second one is blood cells. So what is plasma? So if we separate plasma from the blood, we can see that plasma is yellow colored liquid. It comprises 55% of the blood, and plasma is the largest component of blood. Do you know? Okay, and next component is that blood cells. So there are three types of blood cells. First one is RBC, WBC, and platelet. So RBC is red blood cell and its function is to carry oxygen. WBC is white blood cell and its function is to fight against diseases. And do you know the function of platelets? Okay, let me tell you that whenever there is some cut in your skin, so platelet is responsible for clotting the blood at that position, right? Okay, so after that I am going to discuss the function of the circulatory system inside our body. So the main crucial function of the circulatory system inside our body, that it provides constant supply of oxygen, nutrients and blood to the different parts of our body, so that every cells of our body can get constant supply of oxygen and nutrients to continue their metabolic processes. Then second is that they help in fighting against diseases. As I have already told that blood has one blood cell that is called WBC. Okay, so WBC is actually responsible for fighting against